Hey man, peace, sports fans. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. I'm the host, Wood. I had to get out the Sean Taylor. Might not look like it, but I had to break the Sean Taylor jersey out after we were able to successfully draft Ohio State's Dwayne Haskins, remaining in the 15th slot, not giving up the future, not doing anything over the top. And I think early when we see Daniel Jones go to the Giants, things start looking easily. The path to getting the guy seemed to start to line up for us. I was worried about Cincinnati, and I was worried about, and I'm not even looking at the draft order. I'm done with the draft for the night. But I was worried about Cincinnati and Miami. And again, I said this on the live stream from Saturday. You mean to tell me it's a nearly 6'4" quarterback who can make all the throws for 50 touchdowns at a football powerhouse in a Power 5 conference, shows up in all the big games? They did have the bad road loss. Checks all these boxes. Isn't flamboyant. Interviews well. Great, just a great kid. Comes from a seemingly solid family unit. You mean to tell me that this guy is not a top 5 pick, a top 3 pick? I'm gonna keep it funky, man. If he had brown or blonde hair with the same measurables, the same resume, it would have been without a doubt he would have been the first dude off of the board. But like I said, I'm not upset about it. I'm completely not upset about it. The similar things happened with Deshaun Watson. Russell Wilson had to come out of the 3rd or 4th round, whatever it was. Dak Prescott, he had to come out of the 3rd or 4th round. And although he did kind of play himself down there, the way that he finished his last season at Mississippi State. But for us, man, I understand that we had other needs. I understand that a good rush guy, a good edge guy would have been great. Or, hell, Greedy Williams is still on the board from what I saw. Greedy Williams was out there, safety, etc., etc. Maybe even bolstering the line a little bit. But I don't see Alex Smith coming back. And we have to pay him. He's owed, 40-something million over the next 2 years? He'll be on the books for that long? Keenum, great move by the front office in case this didn't happen. Great move. And he can still be ran out there. And if he starts throwing games away, we can move on to the future. But again, you cannot tell me that this young man cannot play ball. Here in Ohio, I'm located here in Ohio. This man came off the bench cold. I wish I knew the details of the play. In a rivalry game against my Michigan Wolverines. 3rd and long. I believe it was 3rd and long. JT Barrett gets hurt, comes to the sideline, or they walk him off. However, he comes out of the game. Haskins grabs his helmet, runs in there. I'm thinking 3rd and long, they might just do a delayed handoff or something, or do something, real super conservative. We can get them off the field and maybe put a drive together and put the game away or something. No. Dude throws, I want to say it was a 20-yard pass. 17 to 20-yard pass on a rope, hits the player, the wide receiver, first down, and it was game over from that point on. It comes back, this year. They don't even play. They, all the running, all the design QB runs and all that option read, all that stuff that Urban Meyer was doing, threw all that out the window because they knew they had a guy with arm talent. Now we are the Washington Redskins. We can sit here and find a way to flub this thing up. We can. He could. There could be an injury. A myriad of stuff could happen. And I know Daniel Snyder, this is who he wanted, which is scary. But it's part of the formula for winning in the NFL right now. Young quarterback. You got 4 years to go to work. And that's the thing with the draft. I mean, this is a deep defensive draft. We can get another player that may not have the same immediate impact, but it's a deep defensive draft. There's guys out there to be brought in. And that's the thing. We've been putting together this great defense. Who else? What other team has added a Landon Collins and a Reuben Foster if he is what he's supposed to be? Payne and Allen up front. Like, Kerrigan getting older. I understand that. But again, somebody who can spin that rock can cover up and mask a lot of deficiencies and weaknesses and all of that type stuff. Now, he's not the most mobile guy. I'll give you that. And hopefully, the line holds up this year in terms of staying healthy. You got to take him. You had to take him. I'm sorry. You had to take him. And I mentioned this in the in previous podcasts, my audio podcast. Here in the era of 5,000 yard or 40, the norm is 4,500 yards in the season. This man had 50 touchdowns, broke Drew Brees' conference record by like 11 touchdowns in a more athletic area, a more with dude. I don't know what the problem is, man. I don't know what the problem was with taking this young man. I forget what I was getting ready. Oh, in an era of passing and big play wide receivers, 100 ball guy, 100 reception guys, 10 to 13 touchdowns and whatnot. To think that we're a franchise who haven't been able to get a signal caller throughout that entire period. You can say whatever you want with Kirk Cousins. He did set the team record for passing yardage. I think 2 years in a row. Or at least had over 4,300 yards in back-to-back seasons and whatnot. But again, I think this kid has some game. I think he's a professional in terms of his approach to the game, being prepared for the game, no off-the-field issues. I think he's a guy you can count on. And again, I'm go blue all day, but I'm excited about what the future holds. And that's another thing. You have Geis. You still have AP. Dotson. We need Dotson to do something. To figure out something. I don't know. It's a good start. It's a great start. Like I said, I know it's odd to be rocking with Daniel Snyder and what he wanted to do. But in this particular situation, with us not mortgaging the future to get this kid, I think it's something to be beyond optimistic about. like I said, I'm happy, man. I yelled so loud. I haven't been that excited about the Redskins of the NFL in quite a long time. But hey, let me know what you think. Drop something down in the comment section. I will holler at you. Enjoy the rest of the draft weekend. I don't care what else we do. I mean, it'd be nice to catch a wide receiver out there, or like I said, a young secondary, a young player that can make an impact in the secondary, or even an edge guy. A couple of phenomenal edge guys went off the board. But all in all, man, I don't know how this isn't a win. This isn't a big W for the franchise. HTR. Peace.